Hey, Shalom Israel. We the ISUBK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This is the Biblical Law, Wednesday Biblical Law class. You understand? We are under Commanding General Yohana. If it's not under Commanding General Yohana, it is not the truth. You feel me? And we've been bringing this truth out since 1969, that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and our oppressor, who we know is the colonizer, the pilgrim, whatever you want to call him, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of, you understand? Hey, and this devil, you understand, like this devil, he done got our sisters all jumbled up, you feel me? Got our brothers jumbled up too, but the thing is, we always talk to the men. We're going to talk to the women tonight. You know, women have they play a vital role in this society that we call Israel. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of women question what is it that they can do. You know, how can they be of service, so to speak? You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that tonight. We also can get into, you know, how we got off track, how we lost our way. So, you know, we're gonna speak on, and we're gonna ask the question: are you a virtuous woman? Like, what is a virtuous woman? We're gonna find out what that is. Then you can actually answer that question yourself. Are you a virtuous woman? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's important for us to get into this topic because a lot of women do have questions. You know, what's my role? How can I help? You know, like women make domestic roles seem like it's pure slavery or something. You see what I'm saying? Like cooking and cleaning. Like you would think that you telling somebody to pick cotton or something. You feel me? Like here's the thing. Doing whatever to benefit your husband, no matter what it is, to help him be the best version of himself is the best thing that you can do as a rib, as a wife. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to get this in the scriptures. Let me get Proverbs 31:10 up the show.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
They say, who can find a virtuous woman? Like, the Lord is asking the question, who can find one? You see what I'm saying? Because if the Lord has to ask who can find one, that tells you that, like, you really got to search high and low to find a virtuous one. A virtuous woman. Like, if you talk to 10 women on the street right now and say, are you a virtuous woman? They're going to say yes. You know, because they really don't know what a virtuous woman is. Like, being a virtuous woman is not just being a nice woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, being a virtuous woman means that you have a skill. You have skills. You see what I'm saying? You can work with your hand. Like, you know, you can do things. You're very, you know, the things that you do, it brings things to the table. It brings things into the house, you know, for your family, for your husband. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we've gotten away from. We've gotten away from this. Like, this oppressor has really beguiled our sisters and got them thinking that, listen, you know, just because you go and collect a paycheck, you know, you equal to that man. According to the scriptures, you are not. According to God, you are not. That man is your head. And we're gonna get into that. Let me get some more on that.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. For her price is fair above rubies.
They say for her price is far above rubies. You see what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. The Lord is asking, who can find one? You see what I'm saying? But check this out. When you find one, it's her price is far above rubies. Like, well, we got to understand that outside of the Most High truth itself, the woman is the strongest thing on the face of this earth. This is biblical. There's no other pull, no other attraction greater than that of a woman outside of the Most High's truth. So if you find a virtuous woman, they say that her price is far above rubies, man. Like, and that's what every sister should set out to be. Every sister should set out for her price to be far above rubies. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means the same way, you know, you want to rock your diamonds, you want to rock your jewel, you want the gold. Listen, you'll give all that up for this woman. You ain't doing that these days. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just the truth. You see what I'm saying? A lot of our sisters don't know what it is they should be doing. They wasn't raised right. So, like, sisters, don't get mad. You see what I'm saying? But just listen and learn, because here's the thing. We wasn't taught the right way. But at some point, you got to get taught the right way. And this is how you get taught. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to hear some hard truths. And when you hear these hard truths, you see what I'm saying? All you got to do is you got to evaluate yourself. You see what I'm saying? And you being honest with yourself will help you get in order. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 11. The heart of her husband, though safely trust in her.
These are some characteristics of this virtuous woman. They say the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her. Like, how many women can honestly say that the heart of her husband trusts her, man? Like, sisters don't realize, like, when a man trusts you, if a brother trusts you, he can send you on missions. He ain't got to worry about if somebody come talk to you, how you going to act, how you going to respond, like, what's she doing? Like, he ain't got to worry about none of that. When you go out the house, he ain't got no worries. You see what I'm saying? That's when a brother's heart safely trusts her. He ain't got to worry about, is she going to spend all the money? Is she hiding money? You see what I'm saying? Like, what is she doing when I ain't home? He ain't got those worries because he safely trusts her. In today's time, that's not the case, man. In today's time, that's not the case. Like, here it is. As a brother, you shouldn't be, you ain't got to chase no woman. But you got a lot of brothers that's doing that. You see what I'm saying? Like, their rib go to work, they got tracking devices on their car. You see what I'm saying? They got to go through their phone. They got to do all these different, MacGyver tactics to find out, what this woman really up to. His heart don't safely trust you. You see what I'm saying? And it's probably for good reason. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you'll find out, you think that this sister is loyal, you think that this sister is down for you, and the whole while she got somebody else in the corner. You see what I'm saying? She called him her friend. Oh, that's just such and such from back in the day. We went to school together. Meanwhile, such and such, and she said, that's my brother. He been around the family for years. Meanwhile, he tagging it. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's the reality of it. And most brothers know that. Because you especially if you've been in the world, most brothers been the brother. You see what I'm saying? So you know how the game go. But these are some of the characteristics of that virtuous woman. They say her husband's heart doth safely trust her. Keep going.
So that he shall have no need of spoil.
So that he shall have no need of spoil. You see what I'm saying? Like, he don't have to spoil. Like, he's in no need of spoil, meaning like he don't have to ruin anything. You see what I'm saying? He don't have to ruin himself. He ain't got to ruin this woman. You see what I'm saying? Because he trusts her. He know if he give her money to pay a bill, she gonna pay that bill. She ain't gonna put half on the bill, and then next month, you got a $2,000 light bill, and you wondering how why the lights is off. You see what I'm saying? She ain't taking your money and sending it off to prison to her ex-boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? Like, this stuff happens. Keep going.
She will do Proverbs 31, verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
Let's say, no. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life, man. Like, how many women set out to do their husbands good all the days of their life? You see what I'm saying? Like, that takes commitment. That's something that you actually got to pay attention to. Like, what am I doing? Am I doing this brother good with the things that I'm doing right now? Like, you really got to question yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, you, as a woman, if you're not asking, how can I be the best version of myself for this brother? Something's not right. You see what I'm saying? Far too often, You got women, like you got the brothers that's trying to be all world to these females. Meanwhile, the females just like, it's nonchalant, like she could take it or leave it. You see what I'm saying? Like the scriptures just say she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life, man. That's a characteristic. That's a characteristic of a virtuous woman, man. Keep going.
Verse 13. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands.
Listen, she's finding materials and she's trying to help him build. She's sewing clothes. You see what I'm saying? She making garments. You understand? She knitting scarves and hats for the winter. Little mitts for the kids. She braiding hair. She doing hair. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are characteristics of a virtuous woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, she uses her hands and she brings profit to that house. Like, you got most women who feel like all they got to do is show up. All they got to do is show up and just their presence is enough. That don't work. Good. God, yeah. I'm the table. You see what I'm saying? What does that even mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, a woman just really, women of these days, most women, they will just show up to a relationship and feel like them being there is enough. But here it's talking about this virtuous woman, man. It's talking about a woman who she ain't scared to work with her hands. You see what I'm saying? If she gotta get out there and she gotta, do whatever, lawfully, of course. You see what I'm saying? Like, whatever she gotta do to use her hands to bring back to that house, man, that's what she gonna do. That's a virtuous woman. Keep going.
Verse 14. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She's
like the merchant ships, man. She bringeth her food from afar. Like, she goes out, she hustles. You see what I'm saying? And she bringing stuff to the storehouse. You see what I'm saying? You open your refrigerator, man, it's up and something always there. Like, she bringing food into that house, man. Like, that has more value than a woman just being beautiful. That has more value than a woman just, looking good and smelling good. You see what I'm saying? A woman that actually produces and brings and add value to what you got going on. That's what this woman is, man. These are the characteristics. This is what every woman should set out to be. Like, if you look at it right now, most brothers eating carry out 5 to 6 times a week. You see what I'm saying? Like, most brothers are eating carry out food 5 to 6 times a week. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what you eating. You don't know how they cooking it. You got to go to the yakami joint. You don't know if you eating duck, cat, chicken, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because that woman ain't cooking. Why? I'm a modern woman. I know what they say. I'm a modern woman. Right. Non-traditional. Why should I have to cook? Here it is. This woman is taking pleasure in bringing food to the house, man. Say she's like the merchant ships. Keep going.
Verse 15. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her handmaid, to her maid.
Like, she get up and, like, not only is she doing it for her house, she's doing it for the community, man. Like, she gives the family a good name in the community. You see what I'm saying? Like, how many women can actually say that? That you go out there and you represent your husband so well that you go out there and make a name for him because of the things that you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, Salakia, you see Gana? Like, his red was doing X, Y, and Z, man. He surely got it there. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's going to be viewed. Like, that's a virtuous woman. She's adding value to that household. She's actually, that the name of that man is being enhanced because of the work that she's doing. Not only is she doing it for the house, she's doing it for the community, man. Keep going.
Verse 16. She considered a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hand, she planteth a vine.
Listen, she buying fields. You see what I'm saying? She planting seeds, man. She planting seeds. She say, listen, I done went to the market already. We're gonna take these seeds and we're gonna start growing our own food. You see what I'm saying? Just proactive. Proactive in trying to better the household, try to better her husband. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of woman who got 3 or 4 businesses right now. You know, she got the oils going on. She got the body butters. You see what I'm saying? She braiding hair. She's selling garments. She's selling T-shirts. She's doing everything under the sun to bring value to that house. And then not only is she bringing value to the house, she's actually bringing value to that man's name, because everybody see her and say, listen, that brother, he got her in order, man. That brother got her in order. Like, women don't realize, like, your action reflects your man. You see what I'm saying? If you out in these streets and you wilding and you doing all X, Y, and Z, you see what I'm saying? You twerking and you doing, you know, all that. You drunk. You getting high and smoking. You doing all this, and you think, oh, I'm just in the club. I'm turning up with my girls. I'm this, that, and that. Listen, you think that look good? Trust me when I tell you, you making your man look bad. You making your husband look bad. Stay out them clubs, man. I ain't saying you can't go to the club and stuff like that, but the thing is, like, know how to act when you go there, man. Don't shame your family and don't shame your husband by going there and doing all manners of wickedness and trying to show out. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying you can't dance or nothing like that, but it's a way you got to do it, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, here it is. We speaking of a woman right now. Like, it seems like everything that she do is to better and to elevate her husband, man, and her house. That's a virtuous woman. We haven't read not one scripture yet that she's done anything for herself. You see what I'm saying? But here's the key that a lot of females don't understand. First of all, if you single, you should be seeking a husband from the ISUPK. That's first and foremost. You see what I'm saying? Second, when you elevate that man is going to naturally elevate you. So the things that you think you want out of life, the things that you think you want to do and how you want to live, you'll live a better life doing everything that you can to please that man than than you having the attitude that I'm going to do my own thing. I got to make sure I do this. I got to get mine. You have that attitude, I guarantee you're going to lose everything. You see what I'm saying? You'll look at your life 10, 15 years from now, and you'll be in the worst condition than you was when you started your journey. You see what I'm saying? A woman who knows how to elevate her husband is a woman who is a woman that when you look at her 10, 15 years from now, she's living a life that she didn't even think she could live. She don't want for nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, you got a rib. You know that your rib is down for you. You trust her. She rocking for you, man. She doing this, that, and the third. She bringing things to the house. Like, she ain't complaining about nothing. She handling the business. As a man, as a husband, you gonna make sure she good. You gonna make sure she good. If you even think she want it, she got it. You see what I'm saying? And if you can't get it, you gonna make some moves to where as though you can make it happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, women don't realize that this day, because society is pushing out women to be so independent still. They pushing black women, Hispanic and Native American women to be independent. What we don't realize is that you only being independent from the black man. Like, our women are being independent from us, and that's why it's like we starting over. Every 5-6 years, we starting over. We can't gain no traction, man. And it don't work like that. You see what I'm saying? As a sister, you put that, you do your due diligence as a wife, and you seek to please that man. Like the scripture say, she seeks to please him every day of her life, to do him good and not evil every day of her life. You have an attitude like that towards your husband, I guarantee you look at your life 5 years from now. So you know how like the little girls, they have dreams of, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have a husband, a big house, I'm going to have this, that, and the third. Listen, everything that you've wanted, more than likely you're going to have it. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying that you're going to be rolling in riches and all that kind of stuff, but what I am saying is you're going to be in a place where as though you have a man that loves you, A man that's willing to die for you, and a man that's willing to unalive for you. You see what I'm saying? This the type of sister, like, let somebody disrespect her. Let somebody disrespect her, you feel me? We coming outside. You know, no question. Like, I'm telling you, this is the kind of sister that, you know, because she got such a good name in the community, because, like, everybody know her. Everybody know that she down for the community. Everybody know she down. Like, she helping people. She hustling. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody know that she bout it. Let somebody disrespect her, man. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 17. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms.
Yeah, it says she girded her loins and strengthened her arms. You see what I'm saying? Like, she take what she got, man. She make more of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's like, they call it flipping. You see what I'm saying? Like, she the type of chick, you give her 5, she gonna bring you back 10. She might bring you back 20. You see what I'm saying? Like, what man wouldn't want that? Most men, you give a woman $30 right now, in 10 minutes, she ain't got no money. Imagine giving your woman $100 and she bring back 1,000. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a virtuous woman, man. That's what we talking about. Like, every woman should strive to be this type of woman. So, like, when a woman asks, what's my role? You see what I'm saying? Like, because this is a lot of women's complaint. You know, we see the men do everything. Like, the men have roles. The men do that. What is it that I can do? It's so much that you can do. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so much work to be done. You don't have to be on the forefront. You don't have to be the one on the camera. You see what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to be the superstar of the show. In order for things to really progress and happen the right way, a lot of work is being done behind the scenes. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. You feel me? Like, we need women that's ready to work behind the scene. You see what I'm saying? And, like, it's not a situation where we just hiding and, you know, we don't want her to be seen. Nah. You're going to be seen. You see what I'm saying? You're going to be seen, and you're going to get your flowers, so they say. You're going to get those things. As you elevate your husband, so shall you be elevated. That's how it works. You got something?
Well, I'm saying, like, a lot of women don't really understand, like, a virtuous woman, because you gotta realize, like, we out here putting in the work, right? You know, women's putting in the work, but at home, you don't be seen. But every priest, you gotta really know, we done. Ain't nothing like coming home.
Right.
And it's peaceful.
Come.
You feel me? That's what make us be ready to go out.
Come.
You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Like, everything is set up straight. You feel me? So, like, they have an important part.
Come, like.
You don't understand it because society is telling them that's not important. Like, that's important.
Come. And that's a good point, man, because listen, you go to war, you out on the streets and stuff like that, and you on them corners, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're literally at war. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing like going home to a woman who's happy to see you. It's nothing like going home to a woman that wants you there. You know, she ain't, why you been out? Like, where you been at? You was out too long. You said, y'all got to go here. Y'all got to do that. You ain't nobody trying to hear none of that. Especially when you serve the Lord. I don't want to hear none of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's going to take however long it's going to take. But you do want to come home to that woman that can bring that peace to you. You see what I'm saying? A soft woman. A woman who how they say, she speaks life into you. And all that is a woman in her femininity. You see what I'm saying? Every man wants to come home from that, especially after going to war. You see what I'm saying? It's so much that women can do, man. Like, that women got to realize, like, don't be beguiled by this oppressor and this feminist movement that makes you feel like, you know, you shouldn't be feminine. You know, you shouldn't do domestic work. You know, you and that man are equal. Don't be beguiled by that. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't realize how much we appreciate a woman who wants to serve us. You see what I'm saying? Like, a woman who wants to serve you, you can feel that. You can feel when she's doing it begrudgingly. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes if you ain't doing it with the right attitude, I don't even want you doing it for me. You see what I'm saying? If you swagging about cooking, you got attitude about cooking, you feel me? Don't cook for me. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's an honor, like I'm telling you, it's an honor to cook for a priest of the Lord, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's an honor. So you swag out, oh, I got it. That's all right. You ain't even got to do it. Don't even worry about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what our women should be striving towards, man. Not trying to be a Megan Thee Stallion with strong knees. Not trying to be the next Nicki Minaj or Lil Kim. You see what I'm saying? Strive to be this virtuous woman that's spoken of in Proverbs 31, man. You see what I'm saying? It's benefits in it. Like, you look at a lot of these women, that they into this feminist nonsense, and they so independent, and they making their own money, and they doing this, that, and the third. We don't need no for nothing. That type of attitude. All I'm single. All I'm single. All I'm getting tore down by every other brother. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no woman. There's no woman on the face of this planet that can be happy with that. You see what I'm saying? Getting passed around like that. Yeah, you got all the money in the world. But what you doing with it? Like, it's natural for a woman to want to have a family. You see what I'm saying? Like, you going so hard trying to be independent that you miss out on the life a woman should really have. Like, it's okay for a woman to have a husband. It's okay for a woman to have kids, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's an honor. Like, that's a privilege that the Lord then bestowed upon women. Like, every woman can't have kids, man. Every woman can't have kids. You see what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me, and I ain't telling the woman that she gotta have kids, but why wouldn't you want them? Why wouldn't you want to give your husband a kid? For a paycheck? So you'll choose a paycheck over raising a family? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is why we got to get our priorities straight, man. Like, don't let this oppressor beguile us and fool us, man, and trick us out of the one thing that makes us great as a people, man. Like, the thing that makes us great as a people, yeah, we serve the Lord, following these laws, statutes, and commandments, you feel me? But at the end of the day, brotherhood and family is what matters. Brotherhood and family is what matters. Let's not get tricked out of that. Drop that. Let me get 1 Corinthians 11:3, Bubba Show. Hey, look, let's see if any questions or anything like that in the chat, too. Come on. Checking that. Come on. We in 1 Corinthians chapter 11:3.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Here it is. Like, the Lord is giving us the order of things right now. Like, you'll be surprised how many women have never heard this. Like, women say, who you think you is? Who do you think you are? Like, a woman will ask her husband that, who do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are to tell me this and tell me that? We're about to find out. Start from the top.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is Christ. Every man answers to Christ.
Right.
That's his head. You see what I'm saying? Like, and as Christ's subject, I don't question or tell him what to do. It's actually quite the opposite. He tells me what to do. You see what I'm saying? These scriptures reveal the mindset of the Most High, the mindset of Christ, and the things we should be doing to honor our head. You see what I'm saying? Christ is the head of every man. Keep going.
And the head of the woman It's the man.
and the head of the woman is the man. Like, this is so important because here it is. A person will understand when you say that Christ is the head of every man. Like, a person can understand that. Like, okay, listen, we understand that you got to follow Christ. You got to try to be like Christ. We understand that as a people, right? But as soon as it's coming to say that that man is the head of woman, now we equal. That don't mean that you tell me what to do. That means that we sit down and we decide things together. That's absolutely not what it means. What it means is that man is the head. And he tells his woman what to do. He tells her what to do, what to do, and it's absolutely okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the order that the Lord gave, man. Like, most sisters are so used to bossing men around that when a man tells them what to do, something, when a man say, listen, this is what you're going to do, this is how I want it done, they take it as disrespect. Like, it sounds disrespectful. Yeah, come. Absolutely, like, but that's what this society is teaching though. This society, like, hey, being a whore, being a whore, being a hoe, that's actually a profession now. Like, you know how, like, growing up, like, a woman would have a profession such as maybe she wanted to be a clerk, maybe she wanted to be a dentist, maybe she wanted to be a doctor, a nurse, or something like that. Being a whore is an occupation now. Like, OnlyFans is like, you actually ask somebody, what do you do? Oh, I'm a content creator. I have an OnlyFans. Like, that's actually on the job. That's a job description now, being a whore. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but this is the society that we live in, and this is how they're pushing our women to being hoes. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're talking about right now. And because they have that mindset that they can do that, they can do everything on their own. You see what I'm saying? Like, they ain't got to listen to no man. When they hear that the man is the head of a woman, they can't accept that. Most women can't accept that. They looking at you, you know, oh, you ancient, you this, that, and you the third. Most women who listen to their husband, they live fruitful, prosperous lives, man. Go ahead. Come.
All these taxes to destroy it, so they telling us to be a war, right? But meanwhile, the people that's telling us to be that, right? Whole time they listening to their man in a religion.
Right. How about that?
Whole time.
Right.
That's crazy. But our people are following behind them. The whole time that person is probably married.
Hey, it's like that's how it works. How you say Donald Trump? Donald Trump, last time he ran, he told I grab him by the box. Like, he's what you would define as a classic misogynist. And he did it to his women. And guess what? His women voted for him. Because they understand that without a man, they're not safe. But they beguile our women, and our women feel like they're independent. They don't need us. They can do it on their own. And that's just not how life works. Go ahead. So say that again.
So it was a hypothetical, like your woman is in the woods alone by herself, and she finds out there's a man in there, and she finds out there's a bear in there. She'd rather be safer because it's the bear in there. And everyone was agreeing, like, yeah, I will, because the men, blase, you know how they be destroying men. It's to the point where, like, there's a lot of stuff going on TikTok talking about the world don't even need men. Now you got Kamala Harris running to run the world. It's crazy.
Yeah, and this is all a how Psalms 83 say they're confederate against thee. They're confederate, and they're only. This is the message that they're sending only to our women. Come. Absolutely.
Women on them shows and those women on them talking points, they going home to them, man.
Listen, that's why you look at all the TV shows out here. All the TV shows is full of black women. They out eating brunch 12 o'clock noon in the day, fighting and drinking all day long. You see what I'm saying? Ain't got no man in sight. You see what I'm saying? Like, they only selling this to us and to our sisters. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say we got to do better, man. Like, and this is why these classes be so important. Because as a woman, if you don't know what to do, or if you don't know how, like, what your value, what your role is, how can you fulfill it? Good.
As I said, like what you just said, right? Think about this how we used to do on TV. The devils had Sesame Street. All our women
Right.
and the men on their shows.
Right.
We didn't come up with a show like that. That's
Right.
not a show. You know what I'm saying? To
Right.
our women, because that's not our reality. But now that idea is coming to our women.
Mm-hmm.
So like, Israel really got to understand it's a war out here.
Yeah, come.
It's not a joke.
And this is one of the main reasons that our women really need us. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we need each other. But the thing is, like, women, you got to realize the only protection that you have out here is your brother. You see what I'm saying? Like, you think going and switching teams and going to, you know, dealing with oppressor or some heathen, you think that's going to provide a better life for you? You see what I'm saying? Like, them sheiks over there, like, you know, Serena, I think she had an Arab dude or something like that. It was, which one was she married? I think it was Eve. Married like an Arab. Man, them sheiks be going over there, they be urinating on these women over here. Beating them, having them walk around like dugs. You see what I'm saying? Like, they humiliate black women. You see what I'm saying? Like, brothers don't treat our women like that, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, a black man is the only protection that a black woman has. And that's the truth of the matter. And the thing is, a black man is going to, yeah, he may have to be hard on his woman because he's going to see something that she do not see. You see what I'm saying? He got to protect, he got to battle her for her to listen because he's trying to save her life. This is why we got to understand, like, a woman who seeks to do that man good all the days of her life and not evil, just listen. That's not saying you can't have a conversation and stuff like that, but if that brother says, listen, this is how we moving, move that way. You see what I'm saying? Like, that brother is your head. Like, we can't go back and forth and tell Christ this is how we want to do things, and you got to be good with it. We can't tell Christ that. So if we can't tell Christ that, what makes you think you can tell us that? You see what I'm saying? That's the society that we're living in, man. That's why our sisters gotta, like, really, our sisters, we really gotta internalize these scriptures as well. You see what I'm saying? It's not just for the men. It's for the sisters too. You see what I'm saying? Drop that. Let me get Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and 24 above the show. Yeah, we're gonna get some more in the scriptures, man, because here's the thing. A woman that's in order, like I said, a woman that's in order, when she has a husband, I'm gonna go out on a limb to say, listen, a woman can have a wicked brother as her husband, but when she's in order, she has the power to change the dynamics of not only his life, but everybody around her, man. Like I said, it's in the scripture where it say outside of God's truth, a woman is nothing stronger than that woman, man. And that's the reality of things. But our sisters have become so weak because we buy into that propaganda. We buy into that lie that we don't need each other. We absolutely need each other. You feel me? You need us and we need you. There's no way around it. You see what I'm saying? You got that? Ecclesiasticus, come on. 36 and 24. And 24.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth for possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
There it is. It say, he that getteth a wife, it say, beginneth a possession. You see what I'm saying? Like, sisters, when you marry that brother, you become his possession. You see what I'm saying? You literally become his possession. And it says, a help like unto himself and a pillar of rest. Like, that's what every brother needs that. A sister that he can say, like, this is my rest right here. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know I can go to her. You see what I'm saying? Like, my spirit is at peace with her. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to feel like you got to go home and you got to argue every single night. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to go to war every night. Listen, if we got to, we got to. Don't get it twisted. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we got to go to war and we got to straighten our house up, we got to go to war. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a woman can't run the house. So, as a man, if you got to go to war because this sister, she wants to run the house and she running them off and she can't be quiet and everything got to be her way, yeah, you got to go to war. But no man wants to come home to that. Man wants to come home to a woman who, you want to be able to smell the food when you come to the door. You see what I'm saying? You want to be greeted with a smile. You see what I'm saying? You want to be greeted like, you want to feel like she wants you there. You see what I'm saying? Like, a sister don't realize that just that initial introduction, like when we walk into the house, that means everything. Brother can read the entire house as soon as he walk in. Man, she got an attitude. Wonder what happened to her. Everybody quiet. You feel me? Something going on. You feel me? Here we go again. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, a woman, when you marry that man, you're now his possession. That's just the truth of the matter. That means you belong to him. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, the whole ceremony of marriage, of having your father walk you down the aisle. That father is giving you away because you're his possession. Technically, you are his possession. And he's walking you down the aisle because he's giving you away to another man to become his possession. You see what I'm saying? I know it's hard to hear that a man can own you. You see what I'm saying? But that's exactly what it is in marriage. According to God, you become a possession, man. The thing is, you got to be wise in who you choose to be a possession of. Don't just go and just start having sex with whoever you see fit. You see what I'm saying? Like, abide by these rules, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, get to know that sister. Get to know that brother. You see what I'm saying? Date for a minimum of 6 months. You see what I'm saying? Go get tested. Make sure both of y'all are healthy. You see what I'm saying? Like, do all those things. That way, when y'all come together, you ain't got the worries like, what kind of dude? What's his temperament? You don't want to find that out after the fact. A brother that, he get a little bit of drink and he start throwing his hands any way he wants to. You don't want to find that out after you done laid down with him. You see what I'm saying? Take your time and court each other. You see what I'm saying? Take your time and get to know one another. That's why we have these protocols in the school. For that reason. You see what I'm saying? Because you are going to become a possession of a man. And that means that you are no longer serving yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. Let me get 1 Timothy 2:11, Baba Kasha.
Timothy 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
They say, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, man. Listen, when a woman actually listens, and she's not just quiet formulating opinions just to combat you or battle you. They say she's supposed to learn in silence. That means you're not supposed to be up there just running off at your mouth. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to be, most women want to be on that stage. You see what I'm saying? Most women in their heart, they want to be the one on stage saying, we are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical. Most women want that role. You see what I'm saying? That's not your role. Your role is not to sit there and you know, be the preacher in churches and all that kind of stuff. It's a learn in silence with all subjection. Keep going.
Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
And say, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over that man. Like, a woman is not supposed to be teaching a man about God. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not your role. Like, most women want that authority over a man. You see what I'm saying? And that's where things get crossed. You know, as long as she's the one teaching and she's the one preaching and she's the one starting the Bible studies and all that, everything is good. But when she got to be quiet and she got to be a student, she can't take it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to be teaching the man about the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Like, that man, if he need help learning them scriptures, I'm not saying that you can't study together. That's not what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, every brother got a captain or a camp leader. We got generals in the school. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't need our women going around thinking that she's, you know, Juanita Bynum. You see what I'm saying? We don't need that. You know, and unfortunately, most women want to be that. You see what I'm saying? If you look at different examples in the Bible, if you look at prophetess in the Bible, because there were women prophetess in the Bible. The Lord will come to them in a dream and give them visions and stuff like that. But the one thing that they never did was they didn't go out there and prophesy to the people. You see what I'm saying? When the Lord gave them visions, you know what they did? They went to the priest. They went to the priest. And they gave this to the priest, and the priest decided, okay, this is of the Lord. So now we got to act on it. It's not your role to be up there, you know, this is what we got to do, and turn to this scripture, brother. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not a woman's role, man. Keep going.
Verse 13. For Adam was first born, then Eve. Verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in transgression.
Here it is. And say Adam was formed first, and then Eve. You see what I'm saying? And they say, and Adam was not deceived. They say, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Like, the woman is the one who sinned. You see what I'm saying? Like, women, like, and this is why every woman needs a UPK brother. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't got one, slap it. You know, it is what it is, you know. But if you single, you need to get one. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. You are going to be beguiled. You are going to be deceived. Make no mistakes about it. You're going to be lied to. A brother going to sweet talk you. He going to sound so good. You know, he going to come at you and he going to lead you down the wrong path. I guarantee it. You see what I'm saying? Like, Eve was deceived. And she had been taught. She was deceived. And the Lord says she was the one in the transgression, meaning she's the one that sinned. The problem is Adam went and he just followed her. You see what I'm saying? Like, as men, we're not supposed to do that. You see what I'm saying? He's supposed to correct her. He's supposed to check her. But instead, he felt weak and he followed what she did. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us brothers, we've either done it, and if you're in the world, you still doing it right now. You following a woman who's been deceived, man. Like, how many lives have been changed for the worse because a brother followed a woman who was deceived? You see what I'm saying? She done went to him, hey, such and such disrespected me down here, this, that, and the third. And that brother, he just feeding into her. He done went and did something stupid or got his head bust following after a woman. You see what I'm saying?
And
And that's what happens. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to understand, like, sisters, you got to understand, like, it's a reason the Lord said that the man is the head. The Lord has given men a wisdom that he has not given you. You see what I'm saying? Like, a man can see things coming when you can't. You may think you can, and this may be hard for you to hear. But I'm telling you, a man can see things coming right down the pipe, and it could be right in your face and you don't see it. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's get that scripture. Let me get what's the scripture where it say, like, he is deprived them of wisdom? Let me get Job 39:17. 39:17.
Job 39, verse 17. Because the Most High hath deprived her wisdom, neither have he imparted to understanding.
And say, the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times if you find a woman that's wise and she has understanding of things, that woman is usually married. She usually has a husband that's teaching her. You see what I'm saying? That's not saying a woman ain't smart. That's not saying that at all. You know, you got some brilliant women out here. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to being wise and seeing things before, and seeing things play out, you see what I'm saying, and being able to foresee this is going to be a situation in the future. You see what I'm saying? Most women don't have that. You see what I'm saying? Like, most women are so emotionally driven that they can't see certain things right there in their face because they're full of emotion. And that's the way the Lord made them. But that's also why he gave you a man, a husband, a head. They can tell you, hey, no, we ain't doing that. Don't do this. Do this instead. Don't go there. Don't wear that. You see what I'm saying? That's wisdom. Like right now, like if you tell your woman, don't wear a dress or don't wear a skirt that's showing her whole behind, they shame you. Look at Keke Palmer. She wears a see-through dress and she grinding with Usher, and somehow her boyfriend gets the backlash. How is that even possible? Like, that don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? Not knowing that brother knew. If she out here looking like that, you see what I'm saying? Like, she's in danger and she don't even know it. You see what I'm saying? Most of you sisters, you think that you looking good, you lit, this, that, and the third. When you go out, you know, you ain't got nothing on. You see what I'm saying? You covering the bare minimum. You see what I'm saying? You don't realize the danger that you are putting yourself in. Like, you got some sick brothers out here who don't care about nothing, and they will move on you. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful and you got to be willing to listen, man. You see what I'm saying? Brothers ain't telling you just to cover your butt up for nothing. You see what I'm saying? Brothers ain't like, as a man, you know what you know certain things cross you know what's gonna cross your mind. You see what I'm saying? So if it crossed my mind, I know it's gonna cross another brother's mind. Put some clothes on. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole point of having a head. Like, Christ imparts wisdom into us. He moves and tells us. We read these scriptures and we learn things to do and not to do. Before we get into them scriptures, we don't know not to do that. You didn't know about unclean meats and all this, that, and the third before you got into these scriptures. You see what I'm saying? But your head is the one, like, Christ is our head. He ain't doing it. And if we supposed to be following him, if he ain't doing it, why am I doing it? You see what I'm saying? I could drop that. Let me get Proverbs 9:13, Baba Kasha. Come on.
Proverbs 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
Let's say a foolish woman is clamorous, you feel me? A foolish woman is clamorous. A loud mouth. You see what I'm saying? Loud and aggressive. You see what I'm saying? That's what clamorous is. You're a loud mouth and you're aggressive with it. You see what I'm saying? That's a foolish woman. You see what I'm saying? Every time you say something to her, she got something to say back. You see what I'm saying? She can tell everybody else something, but as soon as you tell her something, she can't take it. You see what I'm saying? You know, just always, you know, there's always somebody else. Somebody did something to her. You see what I'm saying? She in traffic, she cussing people out. She in traffic, everybody else did her wrong. You know, she come home, everybody did, the kids did her wrong, the husband did her wrong. She's just a loudmouth, know-it-all. She's very aggressive. You see what I'm saying? She's a foolish woman, man. Listen, our sisters should not be like that. As a sister, you should not be a loudmouth, aggressive woman. You see what I'm saying? It's unattractive. You see what I'm saying? Don't no man want to put up with you. Shit. Don't nobody want to put up with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, like, one of the things you'll see in our community is, like, you'll see a female, she got like 100 male friends. You know, he like a brother. We was in first grade together, him fourth grade. You know, he knew my cousin. We got tight, this, that, and third. She got 100 male friends. How many female friends you got? Oh, I don't do women. I don't do women. They too catty. They always into something. You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody can deal with a clamorous woman, especially not a man. You see what I'm saying? Don't no man need a woman that always got something to say, running her mouth, and then she's aggressive with it. A loudmouth, aggressive woman who don't know her place, man. Listen, it's one of the most unattractive things on the face of this earth. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's the type of woman, she's so loud and aggressive and masculine in her spirit. But then she get mad when you go get another woman. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you, like, as a woman, if you ain't doing nothing that a woman should be doing, that man can't talk to you about nothing because you got a loud mouth and you think you know it all. You aggressive, you loud, you talking over him, you challenging him. You see what I'm saying? Everything he say, you got a difference of opinion. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you not think he's not gonna go get another woman? You see what I'm saying? Then your feelings hurt. Then it's, well, why didn't you talk to me? I tried to. Like, goddamn, I tried to talk to you. You see what I'm saying? But every time we start talking, I can't get a word in. You see what I'm saying? Because you know it all. You telling me how I feel. You say, ain't no man putting up with that. Right. Yeah. Men ain't no good. I can do bad by myself. Hey, listen, you about to. You see what I'm saying? Because most women like that, they gonna go out there and do something stupid anyway. You see what I'm saying? You know, but they say a foolish woman. This is not a wise woman. They say a foolish woman is clamorous. Let me get Proverbs 7:11, Bubba Kushel. Like, so like, you know, like, here's the thing. A woman don't realize that when she's clamorous, if she got kids, them kids become clamorous with her. You see what I'm saying? Like, you run your mouth and can't nobody say nothing to you, them kids gonna run their mouth to you and you ain't gonna be able to say nothing to them. You see what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't they? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is one of them things where a woman that's in the right spirit, it's like it creates peace all throughout her house. And then everywhere she go, she creates peace there. Our women should seek to be that woman, not the clamorous, foolish woman. You see what I'm saying? Do it.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 11. She is loud and stubborn, Her feet abide not in her house.
Mm-hmm. She is loud and stubborn. She wrong and she knows she wrong, but she don't want to be accountable for nothing. She's loud and stubborn. And it say her feet. It say her feet abode not in her house. She for the streets, huh? You see what I'm saying? She the one that's always on the scene. She at every lounge. You see what I'm saying? She going to every hookah spot. You see what I'm saying? Like every happy hour. Like she got a drink named after her. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't no brother want that. Don't no brother, listen, don't no man want that. You know what I mean? You can't go nowhere with her without every brother howling at her. You see what I'm saying? Listen, I know I don't want it. You see what I'm saying? Like, they say her feet abode not in her own house, man. She always on the go, trying to have a good time. You see what I'm saying? Like that's not the characteristics of a virtuous woman, man. That's not the characteristics of a woman who wants peace and tranquility in her house. You see what I'm saying? That's not the characteristics of a woman who wants to please her husband and the Most High. You see what I'm saying? It's just not. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, brother come home from work. I mean, he got to pick himself up some fast food on the way because she got happy hour with her homegirls in an hour. Listen. It sounds crazy, but his brother's dealing with that right now. You see what I'm saying? He can't get his woman to stay in the house for nothing. Every chance she get, she in the club, she in the happy hour, she in the bar, hookah spot. You see what I'm saying? She got something going on. It's this person. You know, it's like our women don't realize, like, to be a virtuous woman, it means more than just showing up, you know, and doing the bare minimum. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to actually bring value. You see what I'm saying? And everything that we naming right now is taking away the value of your house. It's about to destroy your house. You see what I'm saying? Because when that brother go get another woman, we already know one of your friends or one of your brothers, he gonna tag you. You see what I'm saying? Because you're gonna go crying to him. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it usually works. So you ready to tear your house down. That's how it works, man. If I could, let me get, go ahead, you got something? Go ahead, read it.
So it says, Proverbs chapter 7, verse 12. Now she is without. Now in the streets. Left and wait at every corner.
Hey, that's how it is. Now she's without. She in the streets. I mean, waiting at every corner. You know, waiting for somebody to come and scoop her. You see what I'm saying? Like this is how most of our women get destroyed. You know, it starts off being beguiled and being tricked into being a feminist, and hating your roles as a wife. That's how it usually starts. Then it amps up. You become clamorous after that. You know, running your mouth, talking all loud, being aggressive, with a man's spirit on you. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no brother putting up with that. Then you always want to be in the club. You always want to be in happy hour, you know, hanging out. You see what I'm saying? With your girlfriends and stuff like that. Oh, all right. Oh, all right. That's cool. You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to live that life? I can't tell you not to be in the club, right? I tell you don't go out. I come home, you gone. You think a brother going to keep putting up with that? You think a brother's going to deal with that? You are going to get replaced. You see what I'm saying? And when you get replaced, it's going to say you're going to be without. You're going to be in the streets on every corner, becoming a whore. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what happens. Your feelings hurt. You see what I'm saying? You know what they say, a shoulder to cry on becomes the ride on. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens. Now you done destroyed your whole house because you can't stop running your mouth. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens. Any more on that? All right.
That's why the Bible is like the book. It's the truth.
Come.
Say
Say
she for the streets.
she for the streets. Come. They say she's for the streets, huh? Let me get Proverbs 25 and 24 above the show. Mm-hmm.
Proverbs chapter 25, verse 24. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house.
Hey, listen. It is better for you to go in the attic and ball up in the corner than to share this big house with this brawling, contentious woman. You see what I'm saying? She running her mouth, something always wrong. God damn it. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm going to the attic. Leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? Like, you still think that our oppressor wrote this Bible? Like, this is like, it's a brother right now listening to this class in the attic. You see what I'm saying? His wife up there, what you doing up there? You still watching them crazy Negroes up there? Come on down with it. It's a brother right now watching this from the attic as we speak. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is really what it is, man. The Lord is telling you, listen, man, it is better for you to dwell in a corner than to deal with this contentious, loudmouth, clamorous woman, man. She's a brawler. You know, she's the type of woman that if you at peace, she's not comfortable. She gonna try to push whatever button she can push to get you out of character. Cause she's a brawler. You see what I'm saying? She wants that conflict.
Right. So now they call it our love language. Our love language.
Yeah. Everybody got a love language.
Right, our love language is to argue.
Yeah.
So like, bro, nobody wants that.
Here's the thing. That's a new thing, talking about love language, you feel me? Everybody talk about love language after they done had sex, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna talk about, like, listen. A love language, you see what I'm saying? Like, everybody talk about love language this, you know, I like gifts. You see what I'm saying? I like you to buy me stuff. You feel me? I need words of affirmation. You need to talk to me nicely. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, how about we just follow this Bible, man? How about we do what the Bible say, man? How about you be a virtuous woman, learn how to speak, learn how to be quiet. You see what I'm saying? Like, women don't realize you will get anything in life if you just shut your mouth. Most women talk themselves out of their own blessings. You see what I'm saying? They talk themselves out of everything you want. You be wanting to do something for them until they open their mouth. And you be like, listen, you've been better off quiet. You see what I'm saying? Like, shutting your mouth has its benefits. You do not have to express your opinion. You know? I just had to express myself. No, you didn't. What you just didn't add to anything. It didn't fix nothing. It didn't solve anything. You do not have to express yourself because we know, I know you got an opinion. You see what I'm saying? I know you sitting there thinking about something and you want to express yourself. But guess what? Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you can do that, that will impress me. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the key. Like, women don't realize, like, if you just be quiet and stop talking so damn much, you see what I'm saying? Like, you'll get more out of us than anything. We'll be wanting you to talk, hey, what's up with you? Talk to me, you know, like, but let you be clamorous. You ain't gonna see us. Straight like that. I'm telling you now. Why keep putting up with no brawler, man? Scripture just called a woman a brawler. Who the hell do you think you are? You see what I'm saying? Drop that. Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 56, Bubba Kasha. Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you.
It say the tender and delicate woman among you. That don't sound like a brawler. You see what I'm saying? That's not a woman that wants to fight all damn day. You see what I'm saying? That's not a woman who wants to run her mouth and be loud and aggressive and put on that man spirit and want to stare you down and go word for word and very. That's not the combative woman. It say the tender woman. Go ahead.
Which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
It say she would not adventure to set the sole of her feet on the ground. Like, listen. Our women are supposed to be so delicate out. As a woman, you are supposed to be so delicate that you walking barefoot and setting the sole of your foot on the ground. It's like it's appalling to you. Like it's disgusting. You supposed to be like I don't know. Like it's damn near shameful. You see what I'm saying? You look up now, man, you got sisters running bare feet across the avenue. Yeah, chasing somebody. You know, you look at the bottom of their feet black as hell. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, sis. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, be delicate. It's okay for you to be a woman and be soft and feminine and smell good. And you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a good thing. Like, these are the characteristics of being that virtuous woman, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, be that virtuous woman and be that woman that don't always have to be heard, that don't always have to be seen. And if you do that, guess what? You will be heard and you will be seen. You see what I'm saying? Contrary to what this oppressor and taught you. You see what I'm saying? You do what you gotta, you do, ain't nobody coming in this. Come on. You do what you're supposed to do according to these scriptures, and you be a virtuous woman to that man. Sis, listen when I tell you. You're going to have an abundance of anything that you ever thought you could have. You see what I'm saying? Like, just the same as a woman have outside of this truth, a woman being one of the strongest things on the face of this earth. Imagine if that woman was for that brother. Like, we've experienced each other at our worst. You see what I'm saying? Like, we've experienced each other at our worst to where as though, like, we fighting and arguing, going back and forth. You see what I'm saying? Like, just doing all manner of wickedness towards each other. Just imagine what we could be as a people if we started treating each other the way the scripture said to you. Feel me? Like, being a virtuous woman is one of the most important things that a woman can do in her life, man. Because she has the potential to set the stage not only for her husband but for her entire family for the rest of their life. You see what I'm saying? Because she's going to teach her daughters how to treat a man. You see what I'm saying? You may have a brother that, he may be a little aggressive, he may be a little wild, you see what I'm saying? But let him run across a virtuous woman. He going to temper that for her. I remember brother say, like, you go in a room, you got you a virtuous woman sitting there, you going to watch your mouth, you going to watch your actions, you going to watch how you talk, you see what I'm saying? You don't even want to offend her. You go in there with one of these 304s, you see what I'm saying? It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, this ain't to necessarily knock our women, but we got to teach. You see what I'm saying? The Christian church ain't going to teach us this. The Christian church ain't going to tell a woman to be quiet and that she should honor her head, which is her husband. Christian church ain't going to tell you that. But guess what? The Lord is telling you that. So therefore, we going to tell you that. And when we tell you, when we tell it to you, you should try doing it. You know why? Everything that you've done thus far has not worked. You know, you got $1 million in the bank. You got a big house, big car, and a cat. You lonely as hell. You hate going home. You see what I'm saying? Why not try doing it the Lord's way, man? Why not try to be that virtuous woman and not only change your family, but change your community? You see what I'm saying? And with that, we're at the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under Commander General Yohana. If it's not under Commander General Yohana, it's not the truth. And we've been bringing this truth out since 1969, that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Jews of the Bible. And our oppressor, that colonizer, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And at this time, I'm going to call up Officer Kanai for a reading of the security announcement. Shalom.
For that powerful message, man. Powerful class. All right, these are the security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated with no other Israelite group. New rules and for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18, verse 21. And Malachi 8, verse 10. Means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Mayashara. 10% of every penny, of any increase that the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you are willing to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is October... Isn't it 26th? Wednesday, October the 2nd is the Feast of First Trumpet. Memorial of the blowing of trumpets. All right. Remind our Akim and Akwathium to check in on social media at isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to wear all black, which includes black boots, black pants, black headband, and scarf. And now we will be giving one courtesy salute to the teachers. Min Israel Majah. Min Israel Majah Shabbat. Majah. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. As a Batah. Class dismissed.